Do you ever feel lost in a sea of perfect posts, comparing yourself to everyone else's highlight reel? Chloe, a talented artist, did too. Watch as she nearly loses her passion, trapped by the pressure of social media. This story reveals how she broke free, rediscovered her unique voice, and found joy in the colours of her own creation. Learn how to stop comparing and start living your own masterpiece. Chloe sat alone in her art studio, surrounded by silent, half-finished canvases. The brushes lay still, untouched, as the colourful dreams of the past faded into muted frustration. Each blank space was a reminder of the creativity she had lost, and all the doubt that clouded her mind. Her phone buzzed on the wooden table, lighting up with a flood of social media posts from other artists. Each flawless stroke, each viral creation, was a reminder of how far behind she felt, how inadequate her own work seemed in comparison. Chloe's heart clenched as she saw a friend's gallery opening and a stranger's painting time-lapse. She had spent hours scrolling, but inspiration eluded her, replaced by a growing sense of inadequacy. "You're not good enough. You're falling behind," the images seemed to whisper. Surrounded by the scent of turpentine and old paint, her studio felt less like a sanctuary and more like a hall of judgment. She saw the vibrant colours others wielded with ease, but could only glimpse dull shades within herself. The joy of mixing paint to create something new was swallowed by a hollow ache, a feeling that her efforts would never measure up. Doubt crept in, stealing her confidence with every stroke. One afternoon, overwhelmed by the weight of her thoughts, Chloe's frustration spilled over. She flung her phone across the room in a fit of anger. The phone skittered beneath a dusty cabinet just out of reach. The sudden silence was deafening, broken only by the sound of her own ragged breathing. For the first time in weeks, she sat without the constant noise of others' achievements filling her mind. The urge to check her phone was a physical itch, impatient and restless, but she resisted. Slowly, as the minutes unrolled, a calm began to settle. Without the distractions, her own thoughts surfaced like gentle ripples on a still pond. She recalled a vivid memory, a sunset she had once watched on a quiet evening, colours bleeding across the sky, warming the horizon. A gnarled tree branch, dark against the twilight, came to mind. And then a fragile idea blossomed, a painting not meant for validation or applause, but simply to capture a feeling only she knew. She reached for a brush, dipping its bristles into a pot of deep blue paint, then swirled it gently onto the canvas. Each stroke was an act of reclaiming her joy. Not a competition, but a conversation between her and the painting. Her brush danced across the canvas, each movement filled with purpose and emotion. Hours slipped by unnoticed as Chloe lost herself in movement and colour. The studio's dust seemed to fade, replaced by the glow of creation. The blank canvas no longer mocked her, it welcomed her back. With each colour she added, the painting transformed, mirroring her inner journey. When at last she retrieved her phone, it lay silently in her hand, unfamiliar and distant. The notifications seemed unimportant, the comparisons irrelevant. Chloe realised something profound. She had spent so long looking outward, measuring herself against others, that she had forgotten to look inward. The only progress that mattered was the one waiting quietly in the gentle strokes she made, painting her own story in colours of her own choosing. The painting began to take shape, colours blending and swirling to form a unique expression of her inner world. She poured her heart onto the canvas, each stroke a declaration of her own worth. And in that realization, she found freedom. Freedom from the pressure to compare, freedom to create without judgment, and freedom to simply be herself. Chloe painted not to impress but to express, not to compete but to connect with herself. The canvas became her sanctuary, a place where she could explore her emotions without fear. With each brushstroke, she shed layers of self-doubt, replacing them with vibrant hues of self-acceptance. The painting mirrored her journey, a testament to her resilience and strength. The art studio transformed from a place of judgment into a haven of creativity. Each canvas now held a story, a reflection of her unique perspective and emotions. As the sun set, casting a warm glow over her studio, Chloe smiled, happy. She had found her colours, her voice, her own unique way of expressing herself. From that day forward, Chloe embraced her individuality, celebrating her unique talents and perspectives. She learned that true progress comes from within, not from comparing oneself to others. Chloe shared her art with the world, not seeking validation, but offering a glimpse into her soul. Her paintings resonated with others, inspiring them to embrace their own colours and find their unique voice. And so, Chloe's art became a beacon of hope, a reminder that everyone has their own unique colours to share with the world. Her journey inspired countless others to let go of comparison and embrace their true selves. The art world, once a source of anxiety, now celebrated. Her unique perspective, Chloe realised that her worth was not defined by comparisons, but by the authenticity of her own creative spirit. Chloe continued to paint, exploring new depths of emotion and creativity. Her journey taught her that the true colours of life are found not in comparison, but in the beauty of one's own unique story. And in that truth, Chloe found peace. She continued to paint, sharing her journey with others, one brushstroke at a time.